I suppose it's been a while since I've done one of these, but welcome to another episode of Bargain Saturdays. In this week I decided to take a look at How to Train Your Dragon 2, and I'm going to be outright and forthright, I suppose, in admitting that this is just my own opinion. And if you don't agree with it, feel free to do so. I mean, if you like this film a lot, more power to you, but for me, this film just doesn't capture the magic of the original, like, at all. I mean, it's not a bad film, I suppose, by any stretch of the imagination. Like, it's not like Life is a Jungle or something where it's just painful to sit through. Like, it's so bad that you're like, you want to pull your hair out in frustration if you had to sit through it. How to Train Your Dragon 2 is just a rather average film for me. It just doesn't stand out as much as it needs to be a good sequel to the original, at least for me. If you disagree, feel free to do so, like I said. I think what largely does it for me, though, with this film is Stoick's reaction to his wife. Like, I understand why he's happy to see her again, but at the same time I expect him to be angry, or at least resentful to her having been gone for so long and not telling him anything. Like, you expect him to get angry about that, to be bitter or resentful towards that aspect of what was going on. Instead, it's not even really brought up. It's just like, oh, you're alive. You should come back to Berk with me. We now get along with the dragons. You'd be happy there. And like, where's the anger or frustration at her being gone so long and not telling you she was alive? Like, even if she just left you a little note saying, I can't be with you anymore, Stoick, because I got the soul of a dragon, I can't be with you if you're going to keep killing them. Or something like that. At least it'd be something. Not to mention, if you think about the fact her character's been around all this time, and she's known about the Red Death and how it's causing problems probably for Berk, and she knows that the dragons attacking Berk is the main reason the Vikings are so mad at the dragons, and she did nothing about it. The film should obviously bring up and address why she did nothing about it. Was it because she couldn't do anything about it? Then you should point this out. Otherwise, it feels like she chose to do nothing because she was going to side with the dragons over people, even if the dragons were in the wrong. And that is really shitty behavior. And to make matters worse, I just couldn't get into Drago either. But with the whole off-putting reaction I had to Stoick not getting angry at his wife for being gone for so long, I couldn't bring myself to really care about anything else going on in the movie after that point. I suppose you could also argue the ending isn't as big as the original movie. I mean, sure, the dragons all team up and start shooting the Blue Wildebeest, but it doesn't like get killed like in the first film. There's no epic one-on-one fight up in the skies. And then you get to watch the Red Death come screaming down using a technique Hiccup learned earlier in the film, just smashing around and then creating a big explosion. And then the big reveal that Hiccup lost his leg at the end of the film. There just isn't anything that epic to go on with the ending. It's just all of a sudden everyone switches sides because of the power of friendship. And if I want that, I can always go watch My Little Pony or Fairy Tail or some other number of shows that dig into that whole concept. The fact that How to Train Your Dragon 2 digs into it just isn't that appealing to me. Sure, you can argue there's a whole power of friendship thing going on at the end of the first film, but this one feels a lot more in your face and a lot less deserved. Until next time, then. See ya.
Just kill me now.
That can be arranged. Stormfall, drop it. Huh? Good girl.